pretty much back right now. I just haircut, a little haircut. So what was I going to say? I do not remember. But I think that right now at this exact moment I have found my point of balance, most likely. So really from now on I'll be back to do the daily videos and not to do like, okay, I missed a video because I okay, that was so out of pocket. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do something different, but that was funny. Okay, so I just feel fine. Um, I have studied a lot this weekend, and I noticed that I still have to study for the English stuff. So I also have to take that in mind as well. But for now, in Spanish, Spanish, in calculus, statistics, everything's good. I have catch up just in time, just today. So everything's fine. Actually, I don't have anything else to say. Not really. Oh, I do have something to say. I don't know if I did say this, but I don't know if I recorded any video. I don't think I did, and I don't know where the last one was. When I think the last one was on Friday, so it's been Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now Tuesday. So it's been a lot. Um, so on Saturday, I got I got a new teacher because when you change levels, when you change models, because the teachers are like pairs of two. Okay, so one teacher does the first two levels, the other one does another two, the other one does another two, and the other one does the last two, and that's how it works. Like we get a teacher every we get a new teacher every two levels. So now I got a new teacher. To be 100% honest, I do not like her in any way, nor appreciate her in any way. It's not because I'm a hater, but because I do not like the way that she teach. Because because it just seems like um, schoolwork, right? Schoolwork. It doesn't seem to be fun at all. And it's not to say that yeah, you have to have fun all the time when you're doing this and you're doing that. But my argument is that whenever I had a teacher at the Colombo, it was fun for me, but I was still learning, right? We still do exercises and stuff and practice and stuff. But the difference is that the teachers were more like charismatic, right? They didn't need to impose onto us like, um, I'm your teacher, I do this, I do that, yada yada yada. If you don't do this, no, nothing like that. So when I get into the classroom and this teacher just gets annoyed because there's people late, that which will happen most of the times, and maybe I'm just not taking in mind some stuff that probably could be it. But either way, as a teacher, I do not like her. Like her methods seems pretty antiquated to me. So she waits 1 hour, well no, 30 minutes just to start the class, only because people were late, which seems like a stupid excuse to be honest. Or our previous teacher, he just didn't care. I mean, he did care, but it was more like, okay, let's work with who we have right now. Let's just warm up and something like that. Now this teacher was like, and also she seems to be more of a aggressive teacher, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. When I say that she's pretty like school like teacher, like if you make a mistake, if you say something that probably is not right and probably doesn't make sense at all, she'll just react to that as it like that, like Like just despising you, and that's not the way of teaching, man. Like I know I hate my classmates. They don't know nothing about English. Okay, that sounds so fucking egotistic, but they just don't know English at the level I do. But that's not a reason to me just to be like. I mean, I've probably been annoyed at them for something like that. I mean, whenever I got to work with the lamest people in the classroom, I really got annoyed. So yeah, I kind of get that point. But when you're a teacher, when you're the teacher and you're teaching, like that doesn't, that you cannot behave like that. And I know that it may be minimum, but it is just a lot to me. Like you cannot treat your students like that because how are they going to learn if you don't do what's supposed to be done, right? And funny thing is, pretty funny fucking thing is that this teacher, guess what? She teach them in the first two levels. So was that the work she did? Like kind of nothing, pretty much plain old nothing. It seems to be a person that brags a lot. Like yeah, I did this, I did that. Yeah. That's not the way, you know. I don't know. I just like more charismatic teachers, which who have a personality. Like I don't know, like these. I mean, the last guy was Canadian. That teacher was Canadian, so he had such a good personality. Like he was really charismatic. He seems to be very really into this job, even though he probably wants something better in the future. But that's respectable because he still does his job like it is supposed to be done. He even in my report card he said like something pretty positive. He said that I'm pretty good and that I should keep going and I shouldn't relax at any point because I'm capable of a lot of stuff. Like I'm capable of even more that I am right now, and which is true, which is 100% true, and which I really appreciate. Right now, this teacher, she is just plain old Colombian. That there's nothing bad with that. My previous teacher, my former teacher, my last teacher, like 4 years ago, was pretty much just from my country and my city, but she had personality, right? So she was this Afro American Colombian, and that group of people they tend to be more charismatic than us most of the times. They tend to be more open, right? And it's not only that; it's more like it just builds up with your family, right? So, and I really look up to her, my former teacher 4 years ago, because she seemed to do a really good job to me. Like she was pretty charismatic, to be honest, pretty good. And well, one time I had to teach. I had to do a little teaching with our own classmates. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I don't know why me. I'm not the best. I was not the best in that time. But either way, I accepted it. I did it. I tried. It was a little bit hard, but I could see myself doing it if I really put my heart into it. So that's the point of teaching, right? Like you have to be like disposed to do that. Like you have to have the attitude to do that. But this teacher, yeah, she may have the attitude. She may think like, yeah, I want to do this and to do that today, blah 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 blah. But but the energy is just like pretty. Like I said, she's pretty obnoxious all the time. It is pretty mandatory all that she does. Like I said, at school, like and that's something that I don't really appreciate. So I mean, my brother, which is the reason why I am at the Colombo right now, he told me, okay, if you don't like your teacher, you can tell me this and that, and if there's two or three more people that have that opinion, we'll see what can we do. And I say, all right, good. Only problem for me is that I don't think anyone else thinks like me. They just forget because I don't know. They seem to be pretty slow most of the times. I don't know if people who learn English at Cali are special in a way. Okay, that was pretty offensive. People who learn, who most like the group of people who are learning, which who are learning at the Colombo, are like have like an IQ. The mean of the IQ is pretty low, or well, not the IQ. They may be smart in their own fields, but maybe they're not. How do you say that? I think I knew that word, but I do not remember. Maybe they are not sleek. I don't think that's a word, but maybe they are not like fast with their minds, like fast thinkers. There's an expression for that, and I know that, but I do not remember. But it was like maybe they're not sharp. No, I don't know. It's just boring, boring. I have to put up with this teacher for 4 months. So yeah, that's no 3 months, probably 3 months. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end it up.